morning, everyone. How is everybody doing this morning? Hope you're doing well. I myself am doing great. Hope y'all are having a good weekend so far, and I hope today is even better than yesterday. Guess I'm going to stop the music now. Mr. Michael is driving. Mr. WDD is getting some coffee. Mr. Drummer and Sever just popped in. Mr. Edyard's popped in. Yay! Our buddy is alive. Good morning, Mr. Ed. Morning, sir. Morning, Sever. Morning, Drummer. So I kept it simple last night. In my front pocket, I had the Apocalypse. And in my back pocket, I have my Combat Trudon. Pretty simple night. 2 bangers. Can't go wrong with those. And good morning, Knives Are Life. Good to see you back 2 days in a row, Mr. Bob. Hope you're doing well. I'm still really loving this new Combat Trudon. It still hasn't failed on me. It is a lot harder to open and close than the Ultra Tech, but it's very smooth and very comfortable. So I like it. Morning, Andrew. So I got some couple of cool things to show y'all this morning to get her started. And then we'll just go on and continue with whatever y'all want to talk about. So most of the night, when I had spare time, I worked on this. And that is my inlay for the isotope. And I've got down to the point where I've got to be super careful now. I've got it down to where I've got just a little edge all the way around it. I wish I had a metal cutting bit that had a ball bearing like a router bit, and I could do I could put a ball bearing right up against the edge of that scale and run the mill right around there. But I don't have a bit like that. If I could do that, I could make it perfect and easily, and could have been done. But doing it by hand, I've got to be a little bit more careful. You can tell the thicknesses of the two. So in the middle, they're about the same, but this one comes down on the edge pretty thin. So I will have to thin this down once I make it. But once I get it the right shape and get the rest of this edge off of here, then I got to drill the 2 holes. And then I got to start worrying about rounding it over where it meets the scales. But I'm super happy with where I'm at so far. Thought I'd give y'all an update on that. I did reassemble the isotope without the inlay for now, just to keep all the parts together. It doesn't want to stay together perfectly, but you can see it looks kind of funny without the inlay. And I'm not sure what this hole is for, but I think it's to access the lock bar insert. I'm not totally positive about that. That's the only thing I can think of. It is straight across from the lock bar insert, but the screw is on the outside. But I was having issues trying to, I think it's to put it back in. It's to hold pressure so that you can screw in that screw. But I'm getting very close with my titanium inlay. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the first inlay other than polish it up really good and try to get it to match the titanium as close as I can. And I don't know why they don't just make a titanium insert for this knife. But they don't. The only other two spots I'm worried about are the countersink edges for the pivot and for the little screw. Because of how thin these are, I need a flat bit because the countersinks are angled and it'll mess up the small hole with me trying to put this little countersink in. It'll mess up the other hole with the angle of most countersink bits. So I need like a milling bit that's flat at the bottom to put those in properly. But we'll see what I can come up with. I do need to, that new belt works way better. They were kind of pricey, but it is working way better. I've about used this one up. About have to move to another one, but I used the Dremel most of the night, or all the night. I used the Dremel to sneak up on this edge. And titanium sucks to work with. I'll tell you that much. It is gummy and does not, when it gets hot, it wants to stop grinding, so you have to keep cooling it off. It's a pain in the butt. But by tomorrow morning, maybe we might do a test fit. When I get this close to finishing something, I can't really stay away from it. So yeah, that's one of the things I had. Morning, TC. So that's one of the things I had to show y'all, that I'm getting close to finishing my isotope inlay. And then the second thing was I got a gift in the mail. And I thought I would share that with you. Some of you have already seen it. Some of you have not. But it's the largemouth from Azusa, or AZ USA Blade Works. And man, is it so very comfortable and cool knife. It's an awesome knife. It's in Van X, so it's not going to rust. It's got the big jimping, like I've been talking about liking. It's got a nice choil, like I always like. TC's already checked out this knife. But I don't mind a gradual curve like that as long as it's constant. And I actually kind of like the way that looks. I sold Pete my smallmouth. So I don't have the smallmouth anymore, but I know Pete has posted pictures of it. In fact, let's just go find those really quick. Be the first thing we look at today. Let's see, Instagram. Search Blade. Kind of a weird search term. Let's see how long ago he posted it. I think he likes it, so There it is. So there's the smallmouth with the ulti clip. Oh, might as well listen to Pete.
With the tall boy clip that I put on there. Just a little modification. S90D. Super great knife.
Whoops.
And got the Coke Tools Culprit X. This thing's a fun little guy. And then lastly, I got the Azusa or AZ USA Blade Works Smallmouth. And I really dig this thing. I put a ulti clip on it. It's got a great sheath. Oh yeah. Megaron. This thing's just wicked, man. So let's just show you. This thing's 14C28N.
Yep. So that's the smallmouth, and then this is the largemouth. I guess you heard him say it was 14C28N. Yes, Sever, I told you can get Raptors for about 180. So if the print is worth 320, then maybe you ought to be able to check the price on the print and see what it once sold for. But you can get Raptors for 180. I sold mine for around that, I believe. I don't know what is the CMF print. Guess that's a good place to start. Slice FK. So I don't know, you're saving $75 if you pay $320 for this. Is this worth $320 to you? Looks like your style knife, for sure. Got M390, so you know I like it. Love the blade shape. Handle I don't dig as much as I do the blade shape. But it definitely looks like your style. $98.44 Jefferson Highway. Pickup available. That's weird. I guess that's where Slice is. Yeah, if you want to break it down to where you're paying $250 each, then it does sound like a great deal. But since you can get a Raptor for like $180, you'll be paying $320 for this. So, just if you're willing, if you think it's worth that. What did the last one sell for on Knife Swap? CMO 1 month ago, probably the same knife you're buying, sold for $295. So I think you're overpaying by about $25. $295 for this plus $180 on the Raptor is $475. So that's what I would offer. Yep, I would offer $475. $295 And there's quite a few Raptors for that price. It's not like a... Let's see. Let me try a BBK Raptor. DLT exclusive. Sold for $225 for an exclusive one. 15 days ago, this one sold for $180. It went from $250 to $225 to $200 to $180. 9 months ago, wow, $240 for an exclusive black PVD one. Knife Joy exclusive. So, there's your couple prices, Sever. But $180 and $295, $475 sounds good. You know me, I'd offer $460, but... Alright, what do we got going on today? Got some pins. I know Mr. Mister is into pins. Focus Works. Bunch of $200 pins. Long John Graphite. Huh. Oz Machine. That's just a plain pin, huh? Crazy that a guy's got... He's selling $1,000 worth of pins. I'm over here bitching about $460 for a knife. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess Winter Pudding put way too much Loctite. Worrying about his pivot loosening. Pretty crazy. Bunch of knives for sale. What is that bottom right one? What is that bottom right one? Why am I having an issue figuring it out, too? Is that... Kubey Pike. Dang, it took me long enough to figure that out. I couldn't even read it when I was reading it. Okay. I didn't know they made a titanium one. Why does it look so different in that picture? I guess it doesn't look too much different. I kind of like that knife. Huh. Looks like a Sever 7 knife. If I ever seen one. I guess it's the angle that I was looking at it. Alright. What do y'all want to look at today? Yeah, Co Bunny, I actually watched one of your videos last night. Said you'd only been collecting like 3 months. You were talking about how you thought it was a good time to be alive in the knife buying game. And I couldn't agree with you more for knives like these. And these. Yep, that is a pry bar. January batch in progress. Pretty crazy guys that just crank out a bunch of knives. Pretty cool business to be in, though. The tactile turn, very clean pen. I like that pen a lot. You just bought a new pry bar? That's awesome, Andrew. Let's check it out. Poker Run edition? That's pretty cool. It's got the... Huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Andrew. What else does this place sell? Random stuff. So what am I looking at here? Just zombie tag. Okay. What is this? A zombie bead. That's pretty cool. Oh, just a regular one? I don't even... There's a zombie pry bar. I think it's funny that group, that pry bar group is pretty funny. If y'all haven't checked it out, it's got tons of pictures of people snapping their knives because they used them as a pry bar. And it's kind of painful. Some of them are. Should I warranty it or regrind it? See, that's... Even people that think they have the option to warranty it deserve to be in pry bar. That's a pry buck. I like that video. That's funny. Morning, Robin. Try harder, bro. Dang, that's sad he broke a Voyager. So they either show you knives that are worthy of being a pry bar, but mostly ones that weren't. Bummed out. Is it a total loss? Cortex XL. Wow, somebody found that 12 days ago. I didn't even see that posted. How in the heck did that happen? Tip broke off when I let someone use it, and large pieces snapped off when I popped the plastic cover up off my trailer battery to maintenance it. My God, man. Do you know how thin that blade is? That blade is thin as paper. What a moron. Sorry. I don't guess I should call that guy a moron. I'm curious if this thing is sharp. Probably been through a few hands. Let me strop it real quick. All right, that should be good. If it was sharp, it should be again. Yep, all the way to the very tip. It's a long blade. It's got one little spot in the middle there. Yeah, right there. Right about there. All right. That's better. Yeah. That it's still got that one spot right somewhere in there. That Vanek steel, y'all saw that test that we looked at the other day where the guy left them over Christmas and everything rusted. Good morning, Audio-itis. But yeah, what a comfortable knife though, man. And the blade on that is pretty big. It's over a 4-inch blade. It's a little bit over 4 to the front of this. I mean, it's got every bit of over a 4-inch cutting edge. And overall length is nearly 8 3/4. So yeah, the Azusa Blade Works largemouth coming soon. He's got to get all the Heldorados shipped, and then he'll come out with this one. I think he said around 165 maybe for this Vanek knife. 8 3/4 inches, over a 4-inch blade. I think that's what he said. I don't actually remember, but that would be a great price. For a big giant Vanek knife. All right. What are we going to look at this last Sunday of the year? Yep, it's the last Sunday of the year. If we're talking about the physical calendar, can't believe we're almost to 365. It's pretty wild. You don't know how bad I want to get started on finishing this. Can't wait to be done. I need to clean it off one good time and put some tape back on it and finish it up. I don't want to rush it though, so I'm not going to do it on video. Because if I do it on video, I'll mess something up. And I've gotten too close and too good to go about messing it up now. But I will get it cleaned up. Wow. Pretty wild, the pattern they put on it. I'll just hit that with some 1000 grit paper or something. Thought I had a little piece over here somewhere. I've usually got a piece laying around somewhere. Wow, there's some 150. I don't want to use that. Yeah, what do y'all want to look at this morning though? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that too. Audiolitis, what are you working on this week? Bug outs? Did you get your new bug out in? What kind of knives y'all getting in this week? What is this? This is 600. 600 will work. Gonna get my hands black. Always love that. I don't know what's going on with the discoloration. It's probably where I had alcohol on it and all the titanium dust. Yes, sir. That is the Sonora case. About got it cleaned up. Getting there. So I think that'll look pretty close to the color of the isotope once I get it sanded good. Yeah, did you see that post with the chamois yesterday? Or chamois, sorry. There was one of two. I just hit it with 600 just to knock that off. Oh, when I said I'm not sure what to do with this, I meant the whole knife. I didn't mean just the case. I meant the knife. Do I want to keep it or do I want to... Oh, you modded some of the bug outs, Audiolitis? That's cool. Yeah, I meant the whole knife, not just the case. Dyed a Bel Air micarta Clipper black. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got I think I bought another micarta knife that was in a bundle that I'm going to dye black again soon. WDD, you're the mirror polish man. I should have got you to help me make this inlay. And how hard would it be to knock out a bunch of inlays if you had the proper CNC machinery? That's going to look good on there, though. That's going to look sexy. It's going to look like its little brother. I don't know why they didn't make the big brother like that. But they should have. Huh. The no pivot thing looks weird, but looks kind of cool. Morning, B Shady. Yeah, hey, I was wondering about that. Should I make this like an awesome high voltage color when I get my new power supply in that goes up to the high voltage? So should I try to do like should I take it apart and make it a crazy color? I have to make it something that'll go with the brass though. But I was thinking about making it one of those high voltage colors like that 140 volt we looked at. Oh, yes, Robin. I got a Sonora. Smoothest knife I've ever felt. But then I was thinking about, well, what about the card that says raw? Oh, it doesn't say anything. If I left the clip raw, oh, it says body raw. Yeah, it says body raw. Could I just call it a custom anode job if I did a good enough job on it? And the cool thing about this integral is it'll definitely all be the same shade. I won't have to worry about one side not looking like the other. But yeah, that isotope's going to look good. Yeah, I could make a mod card with my laser. I could laser up a mod card like I made those business cards. Yeah, I mean, how much better is it going to look than that? Big difference. Oh, talk about the Discord pics that knives you're selling? Okay, Mr. Ed. I will show some pictures. Oh, those are your new knives. You got your new ones in. I forgot. Awesome. Glad to see you've already got some pictures of them. And a lanyard, of course. And then what's the other one? Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a pretty knife, Ed. Yeah, I forgot you had ordered those. You've been absent so long. Yeah, that Voodoo is nice. They're both nice. I mean, they're all three nice. Well, I don't know what I was saying. I like the Raccoon better than the Voodoo. All right, what kind of pen? We talking about a Saga? I need to get me a couple of new pens at some point. Whoops. Oh, the Grimsmo. All right. I wasn't paying attention. Pretty cool. Clever ball lock mechanism. Oh, so it's got some kind of like special lock. I've got a code for Giant Mouse. Yes, Sever7. And they've sent me a couple of checks. I guess people have used my affiliate link and they've sent me some money, which is weird. My code is I think it's only 5%. But yeah, I've only got a 5% code, Alchemy 5. Maybe I need to move up and get a 10%. But they've sent me a couple of checks for like $30 because people use my code, I guess. And I think I've got a no. Olitans, I got a 10%. HX Outdoors, 10%. North Mountain Blade, 10%. Odenwolf, 10%. And White Mountain Knives, 10%. I don't know why I don't have a 10% for Giant Mouse. I need to hit them up. There's all my codes. White Mountain Knives, Giant Mouse, Odenwolf, North Mountain Blade, Trivisa, HX, Olitans. Then I've got these affiliate links. Centerpoint Archery. I don't know even who they are. Let's go check that out. I don't even know what that site is. It's one of those weird people start wanting you to advertise and give you codes when you sign up for these certain little websites that different companies use. And I guess This one is something I'm sponsored by. Oh, no problem, B Shady. Maybe I'll see them in a picture on Instagram sometime behind your pocket check. And maybe you'll tag me in it. I don't know what these people, I guess they sell crossbows and recurves and bows and bow fishing. Look like some serious stuff. Centerpoint. But they don't have knives. Bow fishing. The Typhoon. Huh.
Bow fishing's been in our family for decades. It gives us all the same sense of adventure. The Centerpoint Typhoon quickly became our favorite bow. It's not often you find a bow that takes you back to your first experience bow fishing. With a wide range of adjustability, a spin cast reel, a Trophy Ridge whisker biscuit, and a Cajun ACS.
A whisker biscuit.
It's the perfect bow for every fishing trip.
There you go.
Visit centerpointarchery.com/typhon to learn more.
Typhon, not the Typhoon. Good morning, Cliff. Do you do any bow fishing, Mr. Cliff? I'm sure you can do some real easy fishing. Yep, I ain't got much to take off, but I got a little bit. I got enough. That's all that matters, huh? I'll probably line it up on one of the sides where I have less work to do, and then just work off the other side. I did use those new fine tip markers last night with the push button to draw my line around here. That was pretty wild. They worked just fine. Yeah, these push button retractable Sharpies is a weird thing. All right, y'all got to give me something to look at this morning, or I'm just going to go to Reddit. Keep scrolling. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though, either. Get to see a lot of knives. This guy said, what I take to work every day and switch out on how I'm feeling. Wow, I thought I carried a bunch of knives. This guy carries a bunch of budget knives. Oh, that's funny. You remember we were watching that video where that guy stuck his knife in a plastic tray? That's so funny. Did I just damage my first stone? I don't know, but it ain't looking good, buddy. The Overlook is a knife I like. And since it's from my state of Tennessee, I should get one. Kubey KU 373D? What is that? And yes, I know Mayberry. We just talked about him a couple of days ago. That's a wild one. Wow. That little peace symbol in the middle. Whole thing. Huh. How much is it at White Mountain Knives? $56, huh? 64 for the Ultim. Cliff? Yeah, I'm starting to see what style you're working with. I wouldn't have pictured you for that knife, but now I know. I love my Kubeys. Can't go wrong with a Kubey. Yeah, we just talked about this yesterday, Robin. So funny. Mini bug out to the mod channel. Bought the scales from Flytanium. All right, we'll go check that out. Yeah, I love Ultim. It's my favorite. All right, so what? Hold on. Let me read what all you did here. Mini bug out. Bought the scales from Flytanium a week or so back. Acid wash and stone wash the blade. Oh, yeah. You did a great job on that acid wash and stone wash. Very nice. Very nice. I love those aggressive lines. Yeah, that looks really good. I've only done a couple, maybe 3 acid wash and stone wash. Looks like you've done quite a few. It turned out great. I've got, well, I used to have an Ultim knife. I think I got rid of it. I might still have one of some type. Look what Aaron's got, Pete. If Pete pops in. Rex 121 with the logo. Already got the new scales on it. Aaron keeps those bangers. Hey, Cliff. I've decided I'm going to get rid of my Kubeys that are not titanium. I don't despise it. I just don't like it. I'm not one of those like haters. Actually, I don't dislike it as much as a lot of people do. It really doesn't bother me. But I decided I'm going to get rid of my my non-titanium Kubeys and I've got quite a few of them. I will keep my Titius. Oh, you got it in a giveaway? That's awesome. You got an archer on the way, Robin? That's awesome too. So let me see which I started thinking about the cases that I have. I've got a Kaiser case, a Tucson case, and a Kubey case. And I need to whittle one of them down and not try to collect every single knife from that manufacturer that I like. So Kubey is the one I picked. To thin down. So let's see here what I got. But since y'all like some Kubeys, why don't I share them with y'all first and see if y'all want a good deal on one of them. All right, first one up to bat is probably the ugliest, but it's probably a heck of a working knife. I have no idea what the name of this one is, but it's not hard to look up. Good morning, Lou. Did you get that knife in? I keep wanting to call it the olive or olive. Did you get the olive in yet, Lou? Because I want to know how that knife is. All right, so here's the first one I'm getting rid of. Second one is a Titius. I decided now, after I went through my box, I'm going to get rid of it too. The third one is a something that I really like. I really like that knife, and I'm going to hate to get rid of some of these. But they got to go. There's another one. You got it in yesterday? Oh, that's awesome. There's another one. I might keep this one, but I might have two of these too. Oh, yeah. Haha. Man, synchronicity is wild, I'm telling you. Check it out. What color is that? I forgot about that one. I've got two of those. That's what it is. There's another one. I like that one too. Okay, the double spring action is really neat. This was one of the ones I stonewashed, but I've started sanding it to redo it. I haven't finished sanding it. It got a couple of spots on it last time I did it. So I'm going to change out my... Yeah, that's one of the only Ultim knives I've got. I think it is the only Ultim knife. But I got to refinish that one. And then I've got some kind of little blue button lock. Not sure what that is either. And I got this one. This is a nice one too. Oh, Cliff, this reminds me of the one that you just got. Kind of. Oh yeah, this is that new. I'm gonna keep this one. This is that Voyage Blade Works. But all the rest of mine are titanium. So these are all up for grabs. And some of them will be super, super cheap. Like 15 and 20 bucks cheap. You buy more than one, you'll get even a better deal. This one I won't sell because I got to finish it. But yeah, all those Kubeys are for sale. Except maybe this one. No, I don't want to keep that knife. I want to keep this one. Is this new breed? No, this is one half of isn't that one half of Devo? No? Who is that? Yeah, I'm going to keep that one. Morning, JD. So those are all up for grabs. If anybody wants some cheap Kubeys, I should just do a giveaway a week or something until they're gone. I swear I need to do something on the Discord where I give away knives, just make people pay for shipping. And these all have awesome action. Yeah, I thought that was Colin. I might keep this one too. For some reason, I like this one. I want to do a flipper tab delete on it. Because you can flick off the fuller. All right, I'm going to keep that one too. I like this one. I had 4 of these. I've still got 2 titanium ones. That are not for sale. And since we've done a Kubey show and tell, I might as well do a Kubey. My other ones I'm keeping. Good morning, Bill Doyle. Let me put up the rest of these that I am getting rid of. This is like the Koyas or something. This one's a really comfortable knife. All right. So the titanium ones I got are my Titius. I've got my Hyperion. I will definitely not remember all the names of these. Especially these. Oh, y'all are going to get to see something you might not have seen before. But one of the reasons I talk about Wink being so much better, being so much worse than multi-etch, is because with multi-etch, you can go backwards on an anno. And you can do something like this, which is super cool. You can take a dark tiger stripe and you can lighten it up by putting it in multi-etch, and it won't take everything off. It just lightens the shade and will make a super cool looking knife. But a lot of times, the darkness of those flamed anodes, lightning anodes, they look way better when you lighten it up. So you can do that with multi-etch. I can't remember what those three are either. It's the then I got the Velvet Snake. And and that one. I got the Interflow. The Blackout. The Supercell. This is one of the first expensive ones I got from Kubey Knives. I forgot what that one's called too. I've forgotten a bunch of my... There's New Breed. The Decimal? Did I just remember the name of that one? Decimal? Then the Monster Dog. See, I need to do the Monster Dog that same way and lighten it up. It would look way better. Monster Dog hanging off the table. The Hamster. The Hamster. The Atlas that I modded the color on. They don't come this color. I made it blue. Yeah, the Atlas over there. Kind of running out of room. I don't remember what this one is either. I like it though. It's Colin's design as well. Y'all probably know the name of this one. Guess I could put my two. Could do something like this. And add another one. The Silo. Yeah, the Silo. Kubey makes some great knives. I would probably sell these two and maybe the Interflow. I don't know why. I love the blade grind on the Interflow, but I don't think I like the handle on it. I definitely don't like the blue. As you can see, I'm a fan of more plain. I don't have room for these knives, so I'm going to carefully lay some across. The Bluff, I guess, maybe. My Bravo 1 I got from Ed. The Royale, yeah, that's right. And then, what else is there? I thought there was, oh yeah. And the Pioneer, which is one of my favorites. And then I showed y'all this the other day, that Geo knife. So I'm keeping those for the most part and getting rid of all my non-titanium ones. Good morning, Scott. I'm glad I got turned on to Kubey early and got a bunch of their nice releases, because they've turned out to be consistently one of the greatest knives I've gotten for the price and what all you get with it. I like my Kubeys. There's some that are that I like better than others, but I like a lot of them. Hamster's a pretty wild knife. I love these two. And I'm not usually a titanium guy, but I love this pattern. If they do that damn titanium or whatever it is. But I've got to decide. Oh, just hit me up on the Discord, Mr. Lou. Just message me. Do you know how to private message on Discord? I'll message you so you'll see it pop up. But I'll yeah. I'll definitely hit you up. All right. The only other knives I've got in this case, this one has great action. I've never carried it. But I've got my 4 damn design knives in here. Because Kubey. And that's the Gen XL, the Cerberus, and the something else. 2 different blade shapes. This one's titanium. Oh, Bill, yeah, hit me up on the Discord. I don't know why I'm not talking right this morning. This Gen XL, a pretty cool little banana knife. It's almost Ultim, but it's just yellow. I work way too much, Bill. I forget what people say on the streams, and I tell them to hit me up, and then they don't, and then it just gets forgotten about. So I apologize for that. I will try to remember. I've got one in a box right over here waiting on you. Brand new. I'm surprised at how comfortable these knives are, but I shouldn't be because they're OEM by Kubey. This was a great deal on a titanium knife I got. Yeah, Banshee. The Dixon's amazing. It's perfect. It's one of those 90% copies, I guarantee you. It might be better than the original. Yeah, it might be nicer than the original. It's got a great sound. And a perfect drop shut. Great lockup. Great milling. Great color. Changes from reddish to a white, according to how you turn the... Pretty cool. I like the plain Jane one just as much. And it, yeah, perfect. Lock bar insert. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Of course it's got a lock bar insert. What do you think we are, heathens? It's just got an internal one, just like the original, so you can't see it. You want to see the innards of it? Might as well show you the innards, since you ask about it. This is a great little 5th pocket knife, the Gin titanium. I think you were concerned about the lock bar insert last time I showed it. Yeah, I think the OGs have it. I don't know, do they? I don't like McNeese, so I don't know. I thought they had them internally like this one does. But if they don't, then this is better than the original. And I could be wrong about this one, but I don't think I am. But we're about to find out. There you go. Fully caged bearings like skiffs, lock bar insert. Great bearings. Both sides. Yeah, I don't know. These do. Maybe they don't. So maybe this is better than the original. That would make me happy, to tell you the truth. Nice milling, though. Nice pockets. None of his knives have lock bar inserts. That's terrible. Now I like him even less. These knives have such great action that you actually have to over tighten the pivot to get them to not be guillotines. If you just tighten the pivot like you would on a normal knife, they'll bite you. Yeah, both of these, I've got to really crank the pivot down to get it to where it doesn't just slam shut. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, they just want to slam shut, like. So you have to, like, see how easy it shuts? You have to, like, double crank down the pivot, and then it slows it down a little bit. But really, it's still just ultimate action. Like, I got to crank it down even more. Like, it's one of those ones where you got to almost like where you feel like you're crushing the bearing. There you go, before it actually will give you a controlled drop. And that's how I like mine. Like this one just slams shut. Yeah, that one needed a little bit more. Now it's perfect. All right. Somebody asked me what my favorite clones were recently. These are pretty good. Both the Lemifshi liner lock and the Winter Pudding large and small. They're all three pretty good. This one has that weird deal with the pivot where you, and I think that's why he used the Loctite, because he set the width he wanted it to be, because there's no stop pin up here. He set the width with the pivot, and then maybe it keeps this buttery action. But this one will start to tighten up. If I push on it, it'll make it where it won't drop as easy. And then all I got to do is grab the blade and kind of move it back and forth. It's not moving at all, but it is spreading out the scales, and then it'll just guillotine drop. I don't know, it's kind of weird. All right. If y'all don't give me something to talk about, I'm going to go back to grinding. In fact, I need my line on here, so why not get her done? Let's see, I'm going to line up this back edge as close as I can. Right there. All right, we're good there. And I'm going to make my mark. Because I'm going to get to work on this as soon as I get off the stream. Come on. Be nice to me, knife. All right. Wow. There's oil on the bottom of this or something. I don't know what goes on, but I don't have much to remove. And I'm going to have the other scale probably taped up there for most of it. But I'm really close down here. And really close up there. I don't know why it does this crazy stuff. It did that last night with this carbon fiber. I swear they soak up oil or something. So weird. How much was the Mojave? What Mojave? What Mojave are you talking about? Thank you, Mr. Pete. You know what else looks good, Mr. Pete? I don't even know where I put it now. Now I can't say it looks good because it doesn't exist. Well, never mind. Nothing looks good. Oh, there it is. This looks good too, Pete. We watched your video earlier, which made me think of this one. But this is a sweet looking knife too. Van X. Nice choil, perfect choil. Big jimping. Over a 4-inch blade. Van X steel. Yeah, this is definitely a winner. Zuza. Zuza. Yeah, he sent me that one yesterday. Oh, I got those skiffs also yesterday. Those little bitty tiny skiffs for that Doc Fisher knife for that recon, and I put them in and fixed it where I lost that bearing last week. So yeah, I'm gonna sneak up to this line, and then I'm gonna tape this back on there and finish it up. Oh, that's cool, Puck Elf. Did the boker bite you? Yeah, they say a knife isn't yours until it bites you. Well, it is the last Sunday of the year. For the fiscal year, not the calendar year. Yeah, I got some of that nano double-sided nice tape. But it's kind of thick. I need to get some Scotch tape where it's thinner. I agree. You can always make the little loop. Old school loop. There's so many old school things that people nowadays probably don't even know about. And I bet a tape loop is one of them. I bet if you asked a 10-year-old how to make a tape loop, they would look at you funny. Much less if you told them to rewind this cassette tape with a pencil. First, you'd have to find a pencil after you'd found a cassette tape. You want to know something? I showed this on one of my early streams, but I'm the ultimate gadget guy, and I get one or two of every gadget that comes out, or so I thought. And then I ran across this thing in my drawer, if I can find it, and then I ran across this thing, and I had no idea that these existed. And I should have known they existed because I was thinking about it, and I bought this. I got a stereo for my garage, and it didn't have any kind of auxiliary input. So I was like, what can I do? And so I thought that these should exist, and I went to look for one, and I found out they do exist. And do y'all know what this is? I don't know if you saw, if I showed it before. I shouldn't have put it on stream without covering it up. But do you know what this is? This is a Bluetooth cassette adapter that you charge up, and then you turn it on and you put it in a tape deck. It's not a cassette to digital where it's got a plug on it. It's Bluetooth. you can plug up, but it's also Bluetooth. Super cool little things to have if you got an old school stereo. Like I bought one at a garage sale. It was a very nice Sony, one of those mini units. And it doesn't have an auxiliary input at all. So yeah, so I found this. So you just charge it up, you turn it on with the power switch, you just throw it in. I used to have the best cassette radio possible to own in my car. And it had where you could adjust the head, the play head. And it wasn't a Nakamichi. Y'all don't know nothing about Nakamichis. All right, guys. Well, oh, you got your first Olite, Cliff? That's awesome. Uh, anyway, we're going to start. Morning, Dog Mountain. If y'all hadn't smashed that like button, please help out the algorithm and me and do that. And I guess we're going to start winding this one down today. Co-Bunny, you're a wild guy. You're getting into it hardcore, aren't you? uh, anyway, guys, sorry, I was trying to read. Yeah, I hope y'all have a great Sunday. Yeah, what's the best flashlight? 2,000 lumen for 2 hours. Yeah, I don't think that'll work. Scott, Puck Elf, Co-Bunny, Mr. Robin, Cliff, Doggone Mountain, Pete, Appreciate y'all. Mr. Ed, if you're still back there in the background, I'm glad you're home and feeling better. Andrew, hope you have a good night, sir. Robin, everybody, Lou, hit me up. Bill, I'll hit you up about the areas. Lou, I'll hit you up about the interflow. Nick T, Be Shady, thank y'all for joining. Audioitis, cool mods you posted earlier. Drummer, thanks for being here as usual. Mr. Knives Are Life, Mr. Bob, thanks for hopping in and saying good morning. 2 days in a row, I'm feeling special. Sever7, thank you, sir. Anyone else? Mr. Wicked Dream Designs, early this morning. Thank you, sir. Mr. TC. I don't think he ever got out of the shower. Y'all keep your thoughts going towards Mr. John. We need to get him better. Yep. Y'all have a great rest of your Sundays as well. Coming up on 365. It's the last Sunday of the year. Tomorrow is the last Monday of the year. Counting them down. Appreciate